Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're back to basics and it's eyeshadow time. So I thought I would start with talking about brushes. Now, we have our fluffy brushes. These do not pick up a lot of color. They're great to blend with. And then I have a smaller fluffy brush. This is good when you need to blend but be more detailed. And then we have our buffing brushes. And this is more like a pencil brush though, because it has this tip so you can be even more detailed. These are a bit fluffy, but they're quite dense and usually round so that you can buff per se, like underneath or in your crease. Then we have shader brushes, usually flat like this one. I'm sorry, they're dirty, I just did my makeup. Or this one from Real Techniques. Let's see. There we go. They pick up a lot of color. So great to pack on color. And then I have these teeny tiny little brush for detail work, such as inner corner highlight. Okay, that is just a little bit about the brushes. Eyeshadow primer is a really good thing. You put it on and it will make sure the eyeshadow holds better. It will intensify and make sure it doesn't transfer. I have, as I said, hooded eyes. So when I look up, it can transfer up here. So it is really good to use an eyeshadow primer. Now you can go really basic with eyeshadow. Sometimes when I do not have time or I can't be bothered, I just use my bronzer right above my crease. It will look good since I have that shade already on my face, so it will match, and I just whoosh 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 and I'm ready and out the door. Or I just put it all over my lid. That is the most basic, just putting one color on your lid. I always, however, recommend that you blend it out so you do not have like a sharp line, unless you're doing a cut crease, which I will be showing you right now. The idea with a cut crease is that you have a color above your crease and you blend it really well. And when you've done that, you take some concealer and put it on your mobile lid. And you can either just set the concealer and be done there, or you can put another color here and still have that cut crease. This is a little bit more advanced, but it's fun and I urge you to try it. You can do it even though you have hooded eyes. Just be aware of your eye shape. You can still have winged liner and you can have all different types of way you put on eyeshadow. And your lids. I have, as I said, hooded eyes. So when I open up my eyes, you can barely see my mobile lid. But if I put the color a little bit more above my crease, you can still see it. And when you have hooded eyes, it usually helps to try and open up the eyes, not taking eyeshadow all the way in. I mean, you can do that if you want a really sultry look, but it will close the eyes up. Just know that lighter color will open up, and as I did today, I just did 2/3 in here under my eyes to open them up a bit more. Excuse my hand, this is from another video, last week's video. I can link down below for you when I try this out. Really fun. So, I'm sorry. Back to the eyeshadow. If you want to up your game and not have just one color and add a couple of more colors to make it look more professional, then you can follow these steps. So for a little more advanced than just one, first I always prime, either with an eyeshadow primer or just concealer. And I always set it with powder. If you know there's going to be a lot of fallout and you have done your foundation, put extra powder under your eye. So the powder will catch the fallout, and then you can just swipe it away. Another option is, of course, to do your eyeshadow before foundation. So, let's get to it. I always want a matte shade in my crease. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush that do not pick up a lot of color, and I am choosing very light brown. I am using the Urban Decay Naked palette, and I am finding my crease. You can see here, my crease is here. I have hooded eyes, so I go slightly above it. And where you put the brush first is where you're gonna get the most color. And since I have hooded eyes, I always want to start here to lift my eye. I choose a color that is close to my skin tone. This color is going, that's Julian. I choose this color that is close to my skin tone as a transition color to avoid harsh lines, and the same on the other eye. Okay, now I want a crease color, and this color is going to be a little bit deeper than the transition color. So I'm taking a shade called Buck, and I'm going to take a new brush, and I am taking this. It's a smudger brush. It is fluffy, but a little bit denser and smaller, so I can have more control. Always tap off the excess, and as I said, here. And now this goes a little bit below the transition color. And I am making a little V here. Usually you put this, because it's called a crease color, in your crease. But as I said, if I put this in my crease, I have hooded eyes, you won't see the color. So I stay just a little above my crease. And when you have hooded eyes, it's always good to keep your eyes open when doing this. If you close them, you don't know what it's going to look like when you open them up. Now we can go in with clean, fluffy brush. Just blend it together so it's seamless. And now I am going to put a lid color, and I put this on the lid that moves, so my mobile lid. And I am taking a flat brush for this. A flat brush will pick up more color. So I'm using Toasted and putting this on my lid. I rarely use shimmers as a transition color or crease color. Sometimes as a crease color. I just find that matte eyeshadows is best when using a transition color. So let's scoot you in. Okay, this is what we have so far. I'm taking my clean brush again, and I'm just making sure everything looks good. Now, if you wanted to deepen this up, you go in with an even smaller brush and a darker color, and put this just in the outer V. It's always easier to add color than take away. I'm now taking the brush that I used for my crease, and whatever left on this brush, try and blend it a bit. Now you can go back and forth, adding more color, blending, until you're just, you know, happy. Happy with life. Okay, I think I'm happy. I am going to wipe away this. Taking the brush that I used for the darkest color and dipping it in again, and very small amount, and I am putting this right where the lower lash line is and connecting it up to the V that we started here. I do not want this to be a really dark and smoky eye, so I do not go all the way in. I go like 2/3 in. This helps to open up my eye. And now I take a fluffy brush and I use our transition shade and blend that out. Like so. Now I want a little bit of highlighter in my inner corners. That will also open up the eyes. So I am taking a small brush and I am using the Mary Luminizer by the Balm and just a little tiny V. When I highlight my brow bone, I only do a little teeny tiny bit on the arch, since I have hooded eyes. If I would have put it all over here, it would have brought light and made it come more forward, and it would have looked like I have even more hooded eyes. But I still love a little bit of highlighter. That's why I do a teeny tiny amount just by the arch. Okay, let's go in with mascara, because you don't really know what it's going to look like until you have mascara. So let's... Okay, I have mascara on my top lashes now, and I am happy. When I apply mascara, I tilt my head back, so I won't get too much mascara on my lid, where I just put down a lot of work. When the top lashes are dry, I do the bottom lashes. This is to make sure that if the top lashes touch the lid, it won't transfer. This technique you can use with the colors that you have, that you love. These are the colors that I use today, and I hope this will give you a little tutorial on how to take your eyeshadow from just one eyeshadow to a little more work, I almost said, but you know, taken to the next level. If you have, like I do, hooded eyes, I try, a great shape for me is to do actually a rounded eye. Round eyeshadow, not do a cat eye. A cat eye on me, if I do not really work on it, can look cut, because you lose a bit of it oh, it's hard to explain. Let's scooch in and show you. So, if I do a really big cat eye, you would only just see this part unless I really connect it up here, and also connecting it under here. If you want to go basic, that is fine, that is beautiful. I mean, a cream eyeshadow just on your lid can be beautiful. There are in pots, or they can come in like these pen things, crayon things, and you can just put it on and it's great. That is it for today. I will mention in the comment down below which brushes are my favorites. And yeah, that is it for this little back to basics with eyeshadow. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Please hit the like button, it would make my day. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I do a video every week, and it is usually makeup, but some bits and pieces from my life as well and what I get up to. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!